in that place. He tried to get Job by hitting his children. He tried to get Job by touching his wife. You got to be careful, because there's some people that may be in your life that are only there to keep the door open for the devil to get in. But shake your neighbor and say, neighbor, if you get rid of them, you'll close the door on the enemy. Y'all ain't helping me. Find somebody and say, this is why the Lord cut some people off. He said, because when he cut them, the door was closed. Because there are some people, instead of being doorkeepers for the Lord, they are doorkeepers for the devil. Y'all ain't helping me. Some people are only in your life to work on your nerves. But shake your neighbor and say, neighbor, it does not matter who I got to cut off, but say, I'm cutting it off because the enemy shall not get in this place. Y'all can help me, preacher. He'll try to get in by causing fear. I wish I had a witness here. I say he tried to get in by causing fear. But y'all help me preach one time. Find somebody, look them dead in the eye, and say, neighbor, this is what we got to do. Say, don't give place to the devil, but say, this is what you got to do. Replace the devil. I wish I had a witness here. Anytime the battery get low, we replace the battery. Well, shake your neighbor and say, neighbor, if the devil is messing in your life, say, you got the authority to replace the devil. Say, Satan, you got to go, and say, God, you can come in. Y'all high five 3 people and say, replace it. Y'all touch somebody. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, you've got to replace him. Do I have a witness here? He might get mad at you, but say, you can't stay here. I remember a few weeks ago, the choir used to sing, I'm sold out, no room, no vacancies. Look at somebody and say, it's occupied. Shake somebody and say, I'm occupied. Jesus, come on the inside. Get in my mind. It's occupied. Get in my heart. It's occupied. Get in my mouth. It's occupied. Get in my feet. It's occupied. Get in my home. It's occupied. Hey. Y'all touch somebody. Touch a neighbor and say, neighbor, the reason I ain't got no room for the devil is because I'm sold out. My mind is made up. I've got a mind to live for Jesus all of my days. Sold out. I wish I had a witness here. Sold out. Sold out. Ain't nobody happy but me. Touch your neighbor. Touch your neighbor. Say, neighbor, neighbor, sold out. Can I get about 15 of y'all to throw your arms around somebody and say, neighbor, you got to excuse me, but since I met Jesus, Jesus has changed my life. He took out trouble and brought in peace. Since I met Jesus, he took out doubt and brought in faith. Since I met Jesus, he took out hate, brought in love. Since I met Jesus, he took out worrying and brought in joy. And I made up in my mind, this joy I have, the world didn't give it. The world didn't give it. World didn't give it. World didn't give it. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Can y'all help me one time? Grab somebody and say, I ain't gonna give it up that easy. Find somebody and say, I ain't gonna give it up that easy. Touch somebody and say, I ain't gonna give it up that easy. Find somebody, say, neighbor, I ain't gonna give it up that easy. And tell them you don't know, like I know, what the Lord, y'all, I feel like preaching, has done for me. Tell them you don't know what I've been through. You don't know where he brought me from. You don't know what he's done for me. Been good, been good, been good. Been good, been good, been good. Y'all grab somebody and say, been good, been good. Somebody lift your hands and say, I'm not going to give up my place.